Hello everyone, my name is Martin and today I will present you how to configure a new Atavism Standalone editor. So first of all, when you will start your application, your Atavism editor, you will see that there is no profiles and we have to create one. So for this task we will use plus button to create one. We will call it test01 and here we have to define project folder. This project folder is basically your Unity project directory, and you have to select it. Also important element is that in this directory you have to already have imported your Atavism. It's because these next directories, these next folders are in relation to this home project directory. So as you can see, there is no full path here, but only relative path. So these are the most important elements you have to fill, and we have to scroll it down to the admin database and other database credentials and connections. So here we have host, and the host should be set to your server IP address or host name. In my case it will be Atavism virtual machine, which I have on the on my own IP address. If you are using Atavism Standalone editor with Atavism Windows Manager installation, and these installations are on the same PC, on the same host, you can use localhost connection instead of the IP address of your PC, but it's better to use, instead of localhost, it's better to use the IP address to which this localhost should be resolved in the IP version 4 format, so 127.0.0.1. If you are using installation like Atavism Cloud Server or any other cloud solution or virtual machine like in my case, you will want to put here your IP address or host name of your server. So in my case it will be something like this, and port is basically database port. We are using mostly default ports for database connections. So in this case, in case of MySQL, it's 3306. Then we have username and password, and here we are recommending you to use our default credentials. If you are using installation like virtual machine or Atavism Windows Manager, these installations have default values for easier configuration and setup. So it will be Atavism, and we can test our connection. So as you can see, we have connection successful, and to fill other database connections, we can just click fill others, and data that we provided for the admin database should be propagated into other database connections. And that's pretty much it. So these are main requirements for the configuration of the new Atavism Standalone editor. Now we can just click save and we can try to connect to our server. So if we want to open any module, we can click on it and it should open a tab for us just to see if the connection works properly. So as you can see, we have data, we can expand them, and we can see details of it. As you can see, it's pretty simple and straightforward. I hope you enjoy it. So happy development, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Atavism YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be alerted when new videos on Atavism are released. Have a great day and happy developing.